to have a chat with us about what could be going through their minds. Ian, what do you think? Do you think that, I mean, it's not the first World Cup, but a lot of these players have not played previously, so what do you reckon they're feeling at this moment?
I think there'll be a mix depending on the individuals and the temperaments. If I recall correctly, France is the only one who's playing a World Cup final again. So I think there'll be mostly like ducks with a lot of paddling happening under the water. But fortunately in a team environment, sometimes you get the lighter temperaments that can ease things up a bit, and then others. So a wise coach and leadership team knows how to sort of handle the different players in the team.
Now, how important is it to have someone like a Franz Steyn who's been in this very situation before against this very same team? I mean, obviously the personnel has changed over the 12 years, but it's England. It's the same kind of England supporters. You know, it's the same sort of situation where it's a World Cup final. How important is it to have somebody who's dealt with this kind of pressure before?
I think he will be an incredible asset. I think we were speaking just before we went live of just what's in our heads, what's the loudest voices in our heads going before. So France will be a wise voice. He was 19 at that time. I think he's early 30s now. But skillful. He's played a lot on the continent in France as well. So France will be an incredible asset to the team going into tomorrow.
So Ian, the fact that South Africa has beaten England before, how big a part do you think that's going to play in making them feel mentally strong for this match tomorrow, for this final?
I think it's a different era.
Yeah.
So I think if you look at the stats of the last few decades, it's been quite a scrap, and we come out in similar things. So yeah, I think there's not much in it. They might be the slight favourites going in skill-wise and tactically, but don't underestimate just the pressure of the huge moment, match day, spirit, and things like that. So, yeah.
Ian, I want to look at the tournament as a whole from where we started a couple of weeks ago, some 6-7 weeks ago. You know, we came into Japan with drama just surrounding and you know, overshadowing what was supposed to be a momentous occasion for the likes of Siya Kolisi and Rassie Erasmus himself. Have the boys really properly dealt with that drama that has happened off the field? I mean, they've made it to the final, so that should already be a signal on its own. But can we safely say they've properly dealt with the drama that happened off the field?
They would have had a lot of effort in mentoring and coaching to make sure that their minds were in the present moment. There might be some things sort of processed later, so maybe it's been pushed pause on certain things if some things need to be delved into deeper, but they would be doing everything in their capability to be fully present in that moment tomorrow.
So I want to talk about the fans, because I think we're feeling a bit more vulnerable than the players at the moment. I mean, with all the plans going on for tomorrow, I just shudder to think of what will happen if we don't bring that trophy home. So just some advice for the fans about how to navigate this, because I can see this goes, you know, it's very sensitive. Yeah. It's a very sensitive thing.
I think we should rather do that in the new week if necessary. I think we have to go full out into the moment tomorrow.
Or just going into it tomorrow.
So, I think we need to get so totally behind them. I think perspective can only start coming in after the moment. In reality, it is. It's not the end of the world.
It's a game. It's a game.
It's a game,
but it has a lot more meaningful.
I think at the time in our nation, it would do wonders for the psyche of our nation. The continued journey of healing, of reconciliation that takes place. I think rugby is a huge tool in that. So, I think fully behind them and process and discuss depending on what the outcome is.
And, you know, you talk about things like the reconciliation, you know, the unity that we're trying to still forge in South Africa, especially considering the negativity that can surround rugby as a sport on its own. I mean, how important is this going to be should we win? When we win, let me put it that way. When we win, how important is it going to be for South Africa in general as a country? How important will this victory be for us?
I think it's going to be colossal. We've had a challenging time. Our opposition party, other things. We're in a tough space as a country, and sport has brought us together before. We know the Madiba moment of '95, so it will be a huge event, and I think it keeps us on a path of our lives converging closer together.
Okay, well, whatever it is, we will know tomorrow. Well, this time I don't know whether we'll be celebrating or whatever it is we'll be doing. But
we'll be celebrating.
We will be celebrating. Yes, we will be celebrating. He's always the voice of reason, this guy. That's why I keep him around. Thank you very much, Ian.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much for that. Well.